I've been thinking about this concept for a long time, which is everybody who's driving right now who wants to build a huge business, yes. I don't think really thinks that kindness and empathy and compassion and patience are core to building an empire. Right. And I thought I was the guy to write it because so much of what I've built and what I'm going to build is based on things that your grandma would say you should do. And I don't think that's what people think about when they're gonna build a $100 million company. They think sharp elbows, I'm gonna out negotiate. They think sports. Yeah. And I think what sportsmen and women do after a game where they hug and they talk. And you know, as a fan, I get upset when the Jets lose an American football game and then they're hugging and hanging out with the opponents after. I get mad.
Like, what are you doing?
Correct, but that's exactly what I think is required of building a big business, and I thought I was the guy to write it.
We hear this word NFT.
Yes.
We think we understand it, or some of us have absolutely no idea.
Or a big part of people think it's a scam and it's a fad.
And it's coming up on influencers, social media sites, and you're like, well, I'm not gonna get into this. People laugh, oh, you're doing NFTs. You have really shown the world, and you've pioneered it in your platform of 9 million just on Instagram alone, of what NFTs can do and how they can operate. Can you explain to someone right now, and I know
Yes.
you have been asked this question before, explain in basic terms what an NFT is?
Let me say this before I answer that question. Everybody who's listening right now is going to struggle with the concept because they're bringing their internet brain to the blockchain. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me say that one more time. The blockchain is such a different platform than the internet that when I tell you that what an NFT is it's a digital asset that you own, most people don't understand that because they're like, well, that doesn't work on the internet. I can right click and save the image.
Yeah.
But,
sure.
So the same way that in 1994, 5, 6, when I told people that people would buy wine on the internet and everybody who was 20, 30, 40, 50 thought that was stupid, most people who think NFTs are stupid don't realize that they've become their mom and dad and grandparents. Yeah. Just like they thought the internet was stupid, email was stupid, the iPhone was stupid, social media was stupid, online dating was stupid. People don't realize that they are missing the boat on this technology. But the answer to your question is, an NFT is a non-fungible token, which is a digital asset that you actually own. And when people say, well, why would I want to own something digitally? I'd need to hold it. Well, a lot of people who are driving right now want a blue check mark on their Instagram account, and guess what? You don't hold that. Yeah. A lot of people want 10 million followers on social media. You don't hold that. A lot of people live their life to take photos on the internet. You don't hold that. We are living a digital life, and if you have children that are buying skins on Fortnite.
Both my kids love buying skins.
Well, guess what? That's a digital asset. And as we go more digital, your clout, your status, your need to communicate is happening more digitally than it's happening in real life. People do things just for a photo on social media. Right. It's human psychology. Last of all, it's a smart contract, meaning the digital asset can also mean something on the back end. So for example, I have a huge business conference in Minnesota in May called VCon. Mm. It's like a South by Southwest Coachella of business. And the only way you can get in is if you own a VeeFriend. Wow. It is the ticket.
Right.
You're also opening up the first NFT restaurant in the world.
That's right, Flyfish Club, which will open next year, early next year in New York City.
Can I get membership?
If you buy it.
That's why you're so rich.
But it's super interesting. It's super interesting. A lot of people right now, especially in this town, they pay for a membership, country clubs, Soho House, all these things, but you pay. You don't own an asset. With NFTs, your membership is an NFT, but if you decide after 3 months you don't want to come anymore, you put it on the blockchain and you sell it. It's creating a world where your access or your membership becomes an asset, not an expense.
I understand that.
So think about that.
So but the NFT restaurant that you're opening up, it's not a physical restaurant.
Oh, it's a physical restaurant.
I'll be able to walk into this thing.
Yeah, this is not the metaverse, which I think is much further away than people think. I don't think we're living in VR. And people mix metaverse and NFT. They're separate things.
Okay.
This is a physical restaurant that is going to be wildly premium, large location, highly in demand, that the NFT is just your membership. And so that will open in Q1 of next year.
Can't wait for it. GaryVee in the studio once again. Give him a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Gary.
I like this.
Gary.
I like this.
Gary. No, it's true, Gary. Okay, the book. Come on. You're here in Dubai, the Emirates Lit Festival. This is your book, 12 and a half, leveraging the emotional ingredients necessary for business success. I look at the back and I love already what I see: gratitude, self-awareness, accountability.
Can we talk about accountability?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Like, talk about something the world desperately needs. We want to blame the algorithm. We want to blame our parents. We want to blame the government. We want to blame everything.
Yep.
We have become addicted with pointing fingers, and nobody wants to point the thumb at themselves. I believe most people's unhappiness that are listening right now are completely predicated on their lack of accountability. If you are unhappy, you are actually in a position to fix it. If you are listening to this, you are of the means to fix it. And I think that accountability is the breakthrough of the next decade, because we've gotten very cozy with not being accountable.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Right? Like, you're not happy about your boyfriend? Break up with him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, everybody in Dubai right now listening, call your boyfriend that you're unhappy with and break up.
Let's do it on the radio.
I mean, but Rossi, it's important. Like, you don't like the country you're in? Move.
Sure.
You're blaming the situation, but you should turn it and look at yourself.
And here's the point, whether you're right or wrong, your mother might be poisonous, but the second you take control of it, you become happier. Yeah. Whether you're right or wrong about, like, I think everything is my fault. I'm logical to know that not everything is my fault, but the default of thinking everything is my fault actually makes me happy.
I get that.
Let's talk about number 9 on your book, and it's one that I've got here, which I've told you about, patience.
Yes.
Because I believe that, could you give us your views on just that word, patience?
The lack of it is also a huge factor to why people are unhappy. Everybody's looking for so much outside validation that they're impatient. They want to show everybody that they're successful, thus they're rushing into things. You have 23-year-olds who think that they don't have their life figured out, yet they're living for another 80 years. Patience has been huge for me. Most people hear the word patience and have it confused with complacency, laziness, lack of ambition. It's not true. I actually think patience has been foundational in my success. I decided to build my dad's business for him for the first 12 years of my career. That required huge patience from somebody who thought they were great. I didn't even start, quote unquote, until I was 34. Patience is huge, it's huge, and people don't want to do it because they want instant gratification. And more importantly, instant outside validation.
I like it. 12 and a half, leveraging the emotional ingredients necessary for business success. It's out right now, Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's with us in studio. He's going to answer a few of your questions. I know that we've got a few on hold right now. I'm just going to ask them to hold. Real quickly, Maz Hakim, who is our night show with Maz and James, rarely have I ever seen her in the morning. I mean, there's probably, in my 13-year career here at radio, I think I've seen you once in my studio at this time. Yeah. And you have done it, GaryVee. You've got up Maz.
I'm very excited.
There it is.
She's one of my great accomplishments of my career.
Put that down. That's number 13 on here, okay? Maz, no, honestly, I know that you're a huge fan. You were messaging me last week when you heard Gary was coming in. What do you want to say?
I just want to say I follow everything you do, Gary. I actually bought a few NFTs based on what you said. I bought the Mona Lisa from Curio Cards, and then I sold it.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so I follow everything you do.
You never told us about you doing all this NFT stuff.
Did you make any money?
I made a bit of money, but then I had to sell it.
Why?
I've signed up.
She needed the cash.
Ah, okay. And you've got your own business as well. I'm sure Gary's helped you do your own thing as well with these jackets that she wears are so amazing.
So cool.
They're so cool.
So they're made by Afghan women. It's called Spun by Maz, and
Love.
I've actually brought one.
Thank you.
Here.
Is it a male or female one?
It's a female.
It's gorgeous. And so what makes you, like, what pushed you to do it?
So actually, I saw you here in the studio 2 years ago, and the concept originally started with bags.
Yes.
But I'm originally from Afghanistan, and so it pays homage to my
of course your roots.
relatives and my roots. So
I know your parents migrated from Afghanistan to Australia. And now, like, they're so successful. Like, Maz on the radio.
It's huge.
Your sister's on
BBC.
BBC. She's like the main girl on BBC.
This is a media family empire.
And they migrated from Afghanistan with nothing, went to Australia.
Are you producing a lot of TikTok content for the jackets?
Not enough.
This is very disappointing.
Yeah. You tell her. You tell her. Yeah. Because you told me that as well a couple of years ago. TikTok is where yeah, we've picked up our game. It's still not at the game.
No, I know. Chris, I double checked on the way here. Yes, I did. You are not. Listen. When it's like telling someone they have to exercise, and they're like, I'm doing exercise. I'm like, you walked on a treadmill for 2 minutes. That's where you're at right now. I know. Yeah, so don't point fingers. You saw what you just did?
My social media
TikTok, I'm telling you, it's such a visual platform. All the attention is there right now. You can go viral organically, not have to pay ads. It's very unusual. It's a very special platform, and for what you're doing, it's highly required.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I find Instagram ads don't really work for me.
They can, but they're expensive now. It's mature. When, if I was here in 2013, I would have been like Instagram. Attention on social media is like real estate. Yeah. You want to buy it early enough because once it becomes mature, it becomes expensive. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So right now, TikTok is appropriately priced.
Okay.
All right, listen, Maz.
Thanks.
Amazing.
Yeah. That was good, right?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Kris.
I don't need a thanks. Okay. Just say one more time, though. All right, more with Gary Vee next. Your questions, and he's going to actually help us do something on the show. Yeah. You don't know what you're launching for us, but you're going to help us launch something, okay?
As long as it's for pretty, then I'm in.
There you go.
Definitely not for me.
It's cool, you like it.
Do you ever get exhausted for just like offering advice?
Nah, it's too humbling.
Yeah.
I think yeah, but it's like, I'm almost so profoundly humbled by it that I'm incapable of seeing the negative aspects of it. It's like, what a nice thing.
My favorite scene. I love it.
Does anybody know the Wi-Fi? Is it ARN guest? Do you guys see that?
It's like
right?
a secret.
Yeah.
Secret password they don't give us.
You want to just hotspot me?
Sure.
But I'm on a Samsung.
Will that work with me? Or?
Do you want? I have mine too.
Hotspot. Okay, it's on. It should be. You should see it.
Is it super handsome dude 49?
It's Android AP. That's Rossi. It's Android AP.
I see it.
And then it's just password 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What was that, the direct?
I think
8:31. He's got it right. So back to back, Gary Vee's in the studio. He lands in the city, and then it's just go. You just don't stop. You're in and out, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of maximizing all the time, right? So we're here and we want to see everybody.
Don't waste time, right? Don't
burn yourself out, right? Like, don't waste time, but don't get it twisted. I got good 8 hours of sleep on the flight out here, and then we got in late, and I got another 6. Like, I'm all about sleep. Yeah. It's just that when I'm awake, I want to be as efficient as possible.
A personal question about you. Do you enjoy driving cars? Do you have a bunch of cars? Like, we know you got money. You don't buy cars?
I don't. I don't really understand like, to me, it's all about everyone has different things they like. Yeah. I don't understand the performance of a car. I don't want to go fast. Like, that's not my jam.
That's not your thing?
No.
Okay.
Well, like, no jewelry either, right?
No jewelry. Like, I don't like things. I like the game. I like the process of being an entrepreneur. I don't like the things that come along with entrepreneurship. I really don't. I don't need the trophies. I just need to play my game.
Okay. A lot of people have been messaging us this morning, wanting some advice from Gary Vee. Again, he's here in the city for the Emirates Lit Festival. The book is out. Now, initially, well, Mo, let's get you on, mate. Mo, you're on with Gary. We've got a few minutes here. What did you want to ask him?
Hey Gary.
Hey Mo.
Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you, my friend.
So Gary, I've been working on some side business for the past few years, and I'm now making more than double my salary actually. But
interesting.
I'm still insecure about leaving the job. I mean, I am not really ready to take the leap of faith, and I've been trying hard to understand what should I do for the last 8 months. So I thought this is a great opportunity to ask you.
Thank you, my friend. My belief is that fear is powerful, and however you were brought up or what your ideology is on safety, you put having a job on a pedestal as something that's secure. The logic for all of us listening to you right now is if you're making double what you make in there, it seems like a very obvious step, but I'm empathetic that you're scared to make that jump. My thing to remind you and people out there in a similar situation is it's not very hard to get another job if you fail, if you leave this job. And so for me, if we were friends and we talked all the time, the thing I would always remind you every day is if you take the leap of faith and some reason it doesn't work, which by the way, if you're making double your salary as a side hustle, if you give 100% of your time to that, I have a funny feeling it's going to work out. But I would remind you that you could always go and get a job again in the same industry, maybe for a different company. Believe it or not, and I've seen this, sometimes for the same company because they missed you. That's what I would pound into your head because whatever you grew up with, it created an ideology that a job was safe. Does that make sense to you, Mo?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you very much.
Listen, before you leave, you need to re-listen to that over and over and over. Every human being is the byproduct of what they listen to. So if you're listening to your parents or a +1 or somebody else that's saying, no, don't make the jump, you're not gonna make the jump. If you listen to somebody who's saying something practical like, take the jump, and oh, by the way, if it doesn't work, you can always go back, and if it fails, who cares about other people's judgment? Then you'll jump.
Wow.
Hey, it's coming from GaryVee, so of course I'm jumping.
That's my man.
Do it.
Jump.
Do it.
Love it.
See you, Mo. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Mo.
All right, love it. You know, so many people are messaging in right now, but we know that you've got to run. Before you do, we wanted to kick something off this show. We've been wanting to do this for nearly about 18 months, right?
Yeah.
We've
And
talked
it's
about doing this on the show.
inspired by your garage sales show.
Yeah, so obviously we want to do we're doing the Kris Fade Show swap meet.
Ooh.
We want to start off with obviously one object, and we want to take it till the end of the year to see how big we can go.
The old red paper clip concept,
Correct.
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Correct. Now, we figure that we've got you in the studio. We actually probably could be starting too high.
Yeah, this is.
But is there anything that you can provide us with as
Yes.
our first object? And then what we'll do is we're going to ask anyone listening to the show if
To
they'd
trade
like
you.
to trade it. They'd
Yeah.
like to swap it. And they may give us something that's of higher value to the point where I will own my own private jet.
Excuse you? This is not about you.
Oh, okay.
Isn't this all of you?
Yeah, together.
Just one item, yeah.
Yeah, so one item, and at the end
Well,
of it...
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to feel proud of yourself? Like, for example, if I give you right now an hour of my time on Zoom, the value of that is very high.
That's
and the
too high.
That's
Okay.
too
Right.
high.
What about a signed book? That's nice and humble.
Yeah.
No, pretty, thank you for flattering me, but that's not like, listen, the hour is like tens and
Yes.
tens and tens of thousands
Can
of
we
dollars.
come back to you for that?
You mean the hour?
Yeah.
Well, you can. So you've got, listen, I'm gonna put it in your court. You can have a signed book,
Yeah.
right? Which is a nice solid item that I know a lot of people listening might want and might trade you something good. Or you can take the hour. Now let me remind you, kids that are born into a lot of wealth actually deal with a lot of anxiety and unhappiness because they're born on third base. So if I give you the hour, nobody's gonna be really impressed with what you end up with because your starting point was remarkable.
Yeah, I don't want to start the hour. No, what I was saying, to coming back to it, I'd like to get to like maybe 3 months into the journey and then be like, yo, we've just got an hour with GaryVee. Like that's. I'm happy to take the. I still think the book is still too good.
I think it's too
Yeah,
high.
Well,
Hold
what
on,
about
this-
what
this-
about
1 hour.
what about a marker, like a Sharpie?
A doodle.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a doodle?
That's
No,
worth
that's
$1
too good.
million. I don't know if you've heard, but
Yeah, no.
I'm a pretty big artist now. My stuff sells at Christie's.
Okay, so what we'll do? Why don't we lock in? Can we take the hour? Are you being serious? Like
I'm being dead serious. That's how much I love you. I'm absolutely happy to do it.
An hour.
On a
An
Zoom.
hour Zoom in my time before the end of the year,
Okay.
likely June, July, August. I'm in.
Well, this is
Okay.
high.
Now, to
Okay,
give
we're
you a
gonna
preview of what just happened, in 6 months, Maha's gonna email me and say, look, you gotta do that hour. Do you remember? And I'm gonna be very upset
Yeah.
that I committed to this.
Yeah, you are.
But now I'm stuck. It's on public record. I'm in.
Okay. All
Are
right.
we taking the hour?
We are taking GaryVee's hour. Thank you. That is now again.
Now you have to understand, we're in Dubai. By the way, we're in Dubai. I don't know who listens to this show. Like, you might get offered a private jet just for that. You might be done here.
Yeah, this is good. No, I'm.
You're very. You should. Everybody who's listening, you should see his face right now. Kris is very excited.
I'm gratituding. I'm out accountability of this. I'm going through everything in your book right now.
The best thing is we get to keep our books.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna bank that hour with GaryVee.
Yes.
We will bank that. We will officially kick off the Kris Fade Show swap meet tomorrow with our first product or our first object. Who knows what it's going to be?
Oh my God.
GaryVee, we love you, man.
I love you
Thank
back.
you so much for coming in as usual.
Thanks for having me.
Go and grab the book, 12 and a half, leveraging the emotional ingredients necessary for business success. Yeah!